Is Dune Part 2 overrated? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Seth Warren. This is War of the Movies. We need to talk. See, some of you moviegoers have a screw loose or something, and you need to get it fixed. The things that I'm seeing and hearing on the internet are absolutely absurd. They're ridiculous. This is coming from a guy who usually overreacts to everything he sees. I saw Oppenheimer last year, came out of the movie theater thinking it was the best thing since sliced bread. It's really, really, really good, like a 10 out of 10 good, but it's not even Christopher Nolan's best movie. So if I'm saying you guys are overreacting to something, you are. Okay? So, let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes. 95% audience score, okay? I don't even pay attention to the critic score anymore because they've done some of my favorite movies of all time that I think are perfect movies, legit, like, objectively perfect movies, and they've given it, like, an 82. So I'm just done with the damn critics. But audience score, like, it's closer to how good a movie actually is. There's, of course, going to be some outliers, but for the majority part, this is, like, how people view this movie. 95% out of 100%. I'm not hating that, per se. I gave it a 9.1 out of 10 for my review. So if you equivalent that to a 100% scale, it's 91%. So it's a little bit overrated. Not too crazy. But if we were to say, look at this TikTok video I just came across. Let's just watch it, and then I'll react to it, okay? This is actually pretty funny, so here we go.
So you saw it? How was it?
It was like Empire Strikes Back.
Literally the Two Towers of our generation.
Better than The Godfather, honestly.
Okay, there's no fucking way. You thought that was as bad as The Godfather? So
you can kind of see, like, okay, this is satire, obviously, okay? It's obviously satire. But if we were to just say, maybe look at some comments in the comment section, this is where the juicy shit happens, okay? Dune Part 2 was, in fact, the best experience of my life. Okay, Garrett Gurley, I don't know how old you are. Sex, dude? Sex, dude. I know about sex. But say it's not sex. Like, you think it's better than, like, the best food you've eaten? Like, dude, food is important to me, okay? But no, seriously, get outside the house, my friend. This comment is absolutely unhinged, out of pocket. Wow, this movie is so great. I say, as I'm gooning, I absolutely violate my DUNE2 popcorn bucket lubed with mysterious butter from the pumps. Yo, bro, like, but there are some absolute blasphemous comments in here. Yeah, this one is the worst. Not exaggerating when I say it is the best sci-fi movie of the past 40 years. I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay, Dude needs to watch more movies, okay? Do you realize that Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 were released in 1985 and then I think 87 or something? That's in the past 40 years, dude. It's not better than Back to the Future. I'm sorry. It's not better than Back to the Future. It's not even the best sci-fi movie in the past 10 years. Because if you go in this comment thread, they are correct. People are correct. Interstellar clears. Interstellar came out 10 years ago. Are you that much of a TikTok peanut brain to not let 10 years go by and being like, it's better than that one? Recency biased to a maximum. And then people want to fucking come in here and diss Interstellar. Like, what did Interstellar do? Dune Part 2 comes out and more people are talking about Interstellar than any years prior. Interstellar is a cheap gimmick compared to this masterpiece. I'm done after that one. Interstellar is impossibly overrated. What are we on? What are we on? Interstellar is one of the better movies of all time. Of all time. Interstellar is one of the better movies of all time. Can I repeat myself again? Interstellar is one of the better movies of all time. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. The movie's great. The movie is a 9.1 in my opinion, but it's not on that level of Interstellar. It's not on that level of Back to the Future. It's not on that level of Blade Runner. It's not on that level of 2001: A Space Odyssey, even though that was over 40 years ago. But it's not up there. It's not in that top 5 sci-fi movies of all time. It's just not. And actually, I might release a top 10 sci-fi movies of all time. I'm pretty sure that Dune Part 2 might be in there. I'd have to do the list. We'll see. But I mean, these comments are just ridiculous. Internet is going absolutely nuts because here's the thing: we haven't got a good movie in 2.5 months. So when this movie releases, it's a really great movie. It's a 9, right? It's like a 9. It's 9+ out of 10, right? People think it's a 9.5 out of 10. And people think it's the best fucking movie ever. People think it's better than Interstellar. Okay, let's get something right. Every single time you watch Interstellar, you'll learn something new about the movie. Every single time you rewatch Interstellar, it gets better and better. Every single time you watch Interstellar, you cry at the end. No matter who you are, even if you don't have a soul, you're crying at the end, okay? Way better plot twist, way better character development and character arcs, way better characters, way better casting, way better acting. It's better in every single aspect, except for maybe set pieces. And even then, it's like, yo, Interstellar tops it. Interstellar is a 10 out of 10 perfect movie. But there's a reason that 10 years later, we're still talking about Interstellar. Like whenever a sci-fi movie comes out, we relate it to Interstellar. There's a reason. It's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. It's perfection. It's, in my opinion, Christopher Nolan's masterpiece. Christopher Nolan's masterpiece is Interstellar. Okay? These people who are saying Interstellar's massively overrated, or Dune Part 2 is better than Interstellar, it's the best sci-fi movie in the past 40 years. You're being ridiculous. You're being victims of recency bias. Go read a book. Go outside. Go touch grass. Come back to me in a couple weeks. Rewatch Interstellar, then Dune Part 2, and then tell me which one's better. I promise you, it'll be 10 out of 10 times Interstellar. Enough of the blasphemy. The Interstellar does not deserve people talking shit about Interstellar. Interstellar came out 10 years ago, okay? So don't do that. Last point on this. The reason Interstellar is better is because they actually spend the time with the characters at the beginning. The first hour is purely dedicated to the main two characters that we need to care about in the later third act. It actually cared about setting up the characters. Dune Part 2, they didn't care. It's just this great, massive, it's TikTok brain. It's like great action, great cinematography. It looks great. It sounds great. It's so epic. It's like We Are Sparta moment with Timothée Chalamet telling people he's the Messiah. It's all of it. It's fucking brilliant. I get it. But it's not on the level of Interstellar because it doesn't take the time with the characters, so we don't feel anything when characters die. We don't feel anything when characters leave other characters or relationships are broken and bad decisions that we don't want happen and being made. We don't react in a way that we reacted in Interstellar. Interstellar, I bawl every time. I bawl every time. My jaws dropped every time, even though I know what's going to happen. It is that good. It's that complex. Fuck you for thinking Interstellar is not as good as Dune Part 2. You're insane. Recency bias, TikTok brain rot. Okay, overall, we just need to pump the brakes. Pump the brakes a little bit. I know every single time a good movie comes out after a long span of no good movies coming out, we all want to glaze it. We all want to be like it's the best movie ever made. Pump the brakes. In 2 weeks' time, we'll all be forgetting about how we thought Dune Part 2 was better than Interstellar, and we'll get over it, okay? Just get over it. It's a 9 to a 9.5 out of 10, absolutely. But it's not a 10 like some other sci-fi movies in the past 40 years. It's just not. So pump the brakes. Everyone chill out. Put down your weapons in the comment section. Let's be a little sophisticated, okay? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribing down below. It'd mean the world to me. It'd make my fucking day. And you'll see more of me if you hit that notification bell as well. Leave a comment. Do you guys agree with the hype that Dune Part 2 is getting? Are you in disagreement? Are you in the same boat as me? Whoa, pump the brakes here. It's good, but not that great. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. I appreciate it, guys, and till next time.